I quit. I'm not even playing anymore. I don't like chess. I retire. I will stick to giving away money and just making YouTube videos. Chess is a lot harder than I thought it was, and yeah.
MrBeast is known as one of the biggest content creators in the world. His journey from being someone who counts numbers on YouTube to someone who now gives away millions of dollars to people is just incredible. However, when MrBeast entered the chess fold, he didn't like it that much. This incident was when he faced chess grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura in a game and was embarrassed by the grandmaster. The embarrassment would be easier to digest, but unfortunately, MrBeast lost to Nakamura, with Nakamura having only a single piece on the board. That's right. At the end of the game, MrBeast was incredibly frustrated that he ended up telling on the live stream that he wouldn't be playing chess anymore and would keep on giving people money. His snapping at the end might not have been ideal, but it was understandable. When you have the biggest head start in the world in a chess game, you should quickly checkmate your opponent. But it seems MrBeast needed a better idea of who he was up against. Nevertheless, in today's video, we will look at how this game unfolded and what moves MrBeast pulled which allowed him to lose. Was Nakamura that good in the game, or did MrBeast make rookie mistakes? Make sure to stick with us till the end of this video to find out how it went down. Before we continue, subscribe to our channel so that you can experience all new videos from us. With that being said, let us begin. MrBeast, the famous YouTuber and content creator, usually makes the news because he is generous. His large-scale YouTube videos involve investments in millions, but the revenue he generates also goes back into his videos. However, when we move away from his content creation, MrBeast is an avid chess player. He usually participates in several chess tournaments involving other YouTubers and content creators. For instance, he recently participated in the PogChamps 3 chess tournament with other content creators, such as Pokimane, Ludwig, Kodemiko, XQCOW, and Nico. This chess event was one of the most viewed in history, where the number of viewers increased to 16 million. And MrBeast wasn't simply a passenger in these chess tournaments. He has played exceptionally well in several games. Chess.com called him the master of endgames because his strategy of closing out games was unmatched. He won many games right at the end when it looked like the game was heading towards a stalemate. Nevertheless, this shows how astute his technique and thinking are while playing chess. But when he came up against this particular grandmaster, all his tactics took a tumble. MrBeast understands the game well, and thinking he could take on a bigger player, he played a game against Hikaru Nakamura, the 5th highest ranked player in the world. MrBeast didn't know he would be in for a surprise and something he would be blown away by. Nevertheless, the game went through, and Nakamura, in particular, was also excited about it. Let us tell you about how the game panned out and the major moves that both players made during the game. At the beginning of the game, MrBeast took all the pieces of Nakamura. All his pieces were taken away, and Nakamura was only left with 3 pawns, the queen and of course, the king. Looking at the board from this point of view, it would be an easy checkmate for MrBeast, but Nakamura was on his toes. He wouldn't take any chances, and even though he was several pieces short, he wouldn't show mercy to MrBeast. The events unfolding in the next few minutes are something MrBeast would like to forget in his chess career. As the game began, MrBeast moved his pawns forward with one of his knights. Since Nakamura had few pieces on the board, he moved one of his pawns forward. The move professional chess players usually make at the beginning of the game is castling their king, which Nakamura obviously couldn't do. Therefore, he went by moving his pawn further. Both players traded a pawn for a pawn, leaving Nakamura with only 4 pieces on the board: 2 pawns, a queen, and a king. Even though MrBeast was still in a pretty comfortable position, nerves were kicking in for him. Nakamura baited him several times by bringing his queen out to attack, and this helped him capture a few pawns of MrBeast himself. MrBeast still wasn't as nervous as he was supposed to be and thought he could see the game easily. Nakamura saw an opening and took MrBeast's knight, who was supposed to guard his king. The previous move before this saw Nakamura checked MrBeast's king with his queen, and instead of covering his king with his knight, MrBeast covered it with his queen. thus resulting in the loss of one of his knights. The knight is usually an essential piece in the chess game, and losing it puts some pressure on Jimmy. MrBeast then offered a queen trade, but Nakamura declined it because he needed to keep all the pieces he could on the board. If he loses his queen, it's practically game over because the queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard. Nakamura retreats to his queen because he would rather play defense right now than sacrifice his queen. At this point, MrBeast's rook on the right is exposed, and before Nakamura tries to take it, he opts for a more defensive strategy. One smart move MrBeast pulls here is that he uses his bishop to check on Nakamura. This is one of the best moves MrBeast makes in the game, but that doesn't faze Nakamura. From this, MrBeast moves into an even stronger position when he could have removed all the pieces of Nakamura in the next 6 moves. But MrBeast at this point should have realized that he isn't just playing anyone. He is playing one of the best chess players in the world. If he gets complacent, then that's on him. He should expect a win for himself at this point. But if overconfidence kicks in, then MrBeast has already lost this game. And as we feared, overconfidence is going to kick in anytime soon. Nakamura still doesn't lose hope and knows he can pull a win out of the bag. Can he? We are yet to see. He keeps focusing on the game while MrBeast is distracted since he knows he can win from here. Let us see how the last part of the game unfolds. MrBeast then checks Nakamura several times before taking Nakamura's queen using his bishop. Nakamura is only left with his king on the board, while MrBeast has several pieces left. If you look at this game as an outsider, then there is no doubt that the game will end in a win for MrBeast. However, it may seem more complex than it is. MrBeast tried to bait Nakamura into taking his rook, but he didn't. This free piece was a good chance for Nakamura to reduce Jimmy's pieces, but he didn't take it. We wonder why. One crucial thing Hikaru told him here is to keep checking his king to prevent the game from being a stalemate. Nakamura placed his king between 3 pawns, and all Jimmy had to do was place his rook by 1 square to deliver a checkmate, but he missed it. Even Nakamura couldn't believe it either. Ultimately, with MrBeast failing to keep up with the moves, a stalemate took place, which was more or less a defeat for MrBeast. Even after so many pieces on the board, Jimmy failed to checkmate Nakamura, which was quite embarrassing. Nakamura gave him many opportunities to capitalize on, but Jimmy couldn't. Although this wasn't a defeat for Jimmy, it felt like one. After the game ended, MrBeast laughed and said he should retire from chess. Despite playing so well the entire game, Jimmy could not win. So close, yet so far. Hopefully, in the next game for these two, the result will favor MrBeast. A pretty disappointing end to a game that MrBeast could have won easily. No shame in drawing the game with a grandmaster, right? Thank you for watching this video right up till the end. If you would like to see more chess content, then make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you get the best chess content from us at all times. See you again very soon with another interesting video. Until then, bye!